what are some of the challenges that you as panelists in your individual areas of work face in bringing attention to gathering resources, whether that be people or money or spaces, to address the needs of the community that you're working with?
I had sort of an advantage when I started freelance because I had a career as a touring musician for about a decade, and your goal as an artist is to sell yourself in this way that is like, there's all these other people that sing, but like but I really sing, like you really gotta watch me, and that you're faced with this problem that over time you've already told people you sing, what else can you say, and that you're kind of faced with like having to constantly rebrand yourself or put yourself out there in this visual way so that you don't have to be like, hey, remember I sing, I told you about that last week, but I still sing. So like, it's the same way that I decided to approach freelance, which was like, I don't think there's anything I can say that hasn't already been said. I'm trying to step into a realm that is handling an issue in our society that has been going on since before I was born, and I'm about to be 37. So I think I was coming at it from this place of like pure frustration of like, this is taking too long. There are documentaries about this. There are songs about this. We've already voted about these things. Like we've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. And I'm like really tired of going to meetings and hearing people talk about like a $50 million budget for affordable housing that's going to start in 2028, and I'm just like, what? Like, I, as an event producer, am used to taking like $800 cheese plates to bands that don't eat them. I'm like, we live in a world of abundance. I see it. I like used to be there where I'm like, there's a ton of money and a ton of velvet and a ton of food and a ton of whatever all right there. And I just need to somehow redirect it this direction, but I've got to somehow cloak it in this new way of talking about it, because I can't, it's like, obviously people know that we have an unhoused community. They either care or they don't care. And I don't want to spend my life being like, please, 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 please care. I'm like, so what I landed on was I didn't want my organization to be held in the palm of anyone's hands or any grant or the government or anything. And so we're not a nonprofit. And I knew that we would need consistent income, or that I wouldn't be able to do my job because I'd be constantly worried about where we were going to get money and how I was going to pay my staff. And I knew I had to have a staff because volunteers will not come every day. Like, they won't. They have the best intentions, but they won't. And that's fair. They got to like pay for their life. So to really provide a consistent service, I knew I needed a staff, which meant I knew I needed consistent funding. And I didn't want to spend my life begging people for money or to care about what I care about. So we decided to publish a magazine. And it gave all of us a creative outlet, but it also gave us a consistent income. We knew that we would only set our goals based on how many people are subscribed to our magazine. And so we always have our operating budget. We know what we can spend. We know what we can promise. But that also, the magazine serves as like tangible proof. It's sent to you every 3 months, and it says like, look, you give us $10 a month. This is purely transactional. You're paying for a magazine, we gave it to you. However, this is what we're doing with your money. And I think that resonated in a really big way to younger people, because they were just like, oh, I actually only have $10 a month. And I think a lot of people, I know I did. I felt like I wanted to be impactful and I wanted to help. But when you see an organization say that they have like a donor, tier, and it's like, those of you who can give $15,000, and I'm like, should I give them $10? Like, is that embarrassing to me or them? Like, is it helpful, And then being able to go, well, but if we had 5,000 people in Austin who gave us $10 a month, it's huge. And so being able to access a younger crowd and say, hey, you give us $10 a month, this is what we're going to do with it. We'll give you proof every 3 months when you get your magazine in the mail. And like that also allows me to not have to spend time sitting down with people that are like, I'm maybe interested in making a large donation. Because I'm just like, if you're interested, please donate. If you're not, I don't have time. you know? And I think that that's where a lot of the people in this space, I don't want to say they're not failing, but they're drowning because they want to provide services and the intentions are there, but they spend all of their time figuring out how they're going to stay funded or figuring out how they're going to stay organized because they're largely reliant on volunteers who can't come all the time. And like, it's not the volunteer's job to report data or keep it organized. They're just like, I don't know, I take sandwiches to this corner, you know? And like, so anyways, that was the way I approached it, is figuring out what my challenges were going to be as far as creating the infrastructure of a business and then eliminating them before I started the business. And it's working.